Hello ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me. We are here for WTRL's Zwift Racing League. This is round number 8, the final race of the season. And it brings us to possibly one of the most contentious choices made by WTRL in terms of course, the countryside tour on Makuri Islands. And what makes this one very interesting is that it's about a 50-50 split between road tarmac and off-road dirt. So lots of questions around, will there be a bike swap? Is it best just to stay on one the whole way? And possibly even more interesting, the gravel section contains both the KOM and the finish line at the top of the KOM on the second lap. So this one will certainly be very interesting. Now remember, there's a competition on my channel as well for a copy of the 100 Greatest Cycling Climbs book. All you need to do is leave a comment on one of these videos, tell me what has been your favourite climb, and I will choose a winner at the start of next week when we wrap up the WTRL with a review of the season. So anyway, let's get to the racing. And 3, 2, 1, and off we go. And the usual WTRL start, as everyone goes out quite hard, around 500 watts or so, and the early break will settle down with all the riders that are going to make it. I suspect a lot of the break this time is going to be made up of people on road bikes out the front, or Tron bikes, and the people who are on gravel all the time are probably the ones being spat out the back fairly early. So as we come up to the start-finish banner with a very short lead-in, and we will get our first power-up. There are 3 this race. We've got the Steamroller, the Feather, and the Van. And as we remember back to last year, we know how big a difference the Steamroller made, so that'll be interesting. Feather early doors for me, and that'll work wonders for going up the climb, especially lugging up my 95 kilos up there. So the break is generally formed. It's about 26 or 27 riders at the moment, and we'll move forward towards the first sprint section. And here we are, just coming up on 5k to go. You see there's an early move being made by one of the Team NL riders, and then it's Mick Morrow from Rafa's going, and a couple of others. We're just starting to pick things up now, about 600 watts, 700 watts, but you could already see Doom Boss 12 watts per kilo, absolutely flying, and it's a battle on. Those 3 are pulling away, and we're going to try and come round Mick Morrow, and we will get 4th on the line. And there are the results. It's a win for Dornbos, then Rowbottom and Pruss. Fastest through, Dornbos takes it and Rowbottom second, but I've managed to sneak 3rd on the fastest through the segment, and as usual, fastest through the segment is decided on lap 1. Next off, we move towards the start of the climb. And here we are as we hang a left through the village, and it is on to the dirt roads. And the big question is, who is stopping? Who is bike changing? And where are people bike changing? There's already one person at the start who has stepped off the bike and onto the dirt bike. There's a Steamroller deployed as well, which is going to make a big difference, especially if you're on a road bike here. But for me, I decided to stay with the group as long as I could until the road started to pick up properly, and then make the bike swap. And here we go, the road's starting to pick up to 4%, and that seems like as good a time as any. So onto the paired devices screen, slam on the brakes, into the garage, pick out the Grail, close the window and back on the power. And we will see now whether that has lost us much in the way of time. A couple, Rowbottom and Faulkner, coming up behind, and you can see here's one of the Dutch team doing a bike swap as well, and we're going to press on and try and catch back on to the lead group there. So we're going to hit the fast forward here, and you will see just how quickly we can reel people in as we come up on Irvine and Ashton, and reel them in, and we're already up to 18th, sitting steady, going past 17th, and you just see the people that are on the Trons and the road bikes. You gain so much time up into the top 10, 9th, and just the amount of time that you can gain by making the change made me really think that it's definitely worthwhile. I might not be a fan of having bike swaps in these races, and I'm not a fan because I feel that there's an advantage to be had for people running on PCs with wireless keyboards and mouses that people using iPads or Apple TV and things like that, they don't have on a keyboard and mouse. You do it so much quicker. But anyway, as we approach the top of the hill here, we are up to 6th place and closing on Doornbos. And you see as the road starts to level out towards the top, he will just pull out as the Tron works a lot better on the flatter sections of the dirt climb. But very happy, managed to get up into 6th place, which for someone who is quite certainly not a climber, we'll take it. So first over the line, Prus, Kumicha and Neeson. Fastest through, Levinson first and second. That's not a mistake you're seeing there. You can indeed get more than one fastest through. There's 2 climbs and he took the top 2 places. So excellent result there for us, getting the rider in second and 2 of the fastest through. So bike swapping again here to get back onto a road bike for the descent, where it will make very little difference, and for the tarmac section to get back to the base of the climb. So all in all, we're going to form a group of 3 here, and that will be just inside the top 10, 7, 8 and 9 forming together, and we'll move on a little bit as we go down the descent. So as we move on, we're here on the tarmac with just a group of 2, well, me and one of the Dutch riders, and the shout comes out from the front group from Karim. Says, "Can you bridge across?" I said, "I don't know, it's 5 seconds." He said, "They're soft pedaling up here." Okay, fair dues. So put out a sprint, 500 odd watts, and just push on and try and get back to the group in front of us. There's one rider sort of stuck in the middle, Walker from AMG. Then it's the group of Prus, Karim and Doornbos. Somehow Neeson from Durasports has disappeared 20 some seconds off the front. He's gone on distance. We go past Walker, and then on the downhill section we can get into a little bit of a super tuck and join the group at the front to make that a group of 4, and we will soon be joined by Walker afterwards as well. As I say, Neeson is just off. He's punched his ticket and he's out here 20 odd seconds ahead. But let's take this group of 5 and progress forward once again. And just like that, the second of the sprint sections is upon us. We've got Karim on the front, starting to pick the pace up. Neeson's already grabbed the points. He has now moved out to almost a minute's advantage. Absolutely fantastic solo ride in there. He's taken the points across the sprint line. And so there goes Karim hitting the power. But you can see that there's a Dutch rider in between, and then here comes Doornbos and his 11 plus watts a kilo. They push on to the finish, and it is getting pretty close. Doornbos is absolutely flying, and over the line they go. And despite what it may look like, it looked like Karim took the second place, but it was in fact Doornbos. Neeson taking the points for the win up the road, then Doornbos, and then Karim. But still good points hauls. Pretty happy with that. And as me and Doornbos just drift off the front, we'll see Karim drift backwards out of the group as we thin the numbers a little bit now. And here we are then on to the final turn, and we still have Neeson up front and our group of 3, Edmondson and Prus are there, and it's time to decide on a bike change. Going to do it nice and early this time at the bottom of the hill. it always is such a worry that something's going to go wrong. And quickly on to the Grail as Durnboss goes through. He's going to stay on the Tron. And so we're in 6th place as we start the climb. And let's see how this goes. So onwards we go. We are chasing down two of the Dutchmen, Durnboss and Van Geest. And he is swiftly passed. I think he might still have been on a road bike as the chase goes onwards for Durnboss and the Tron bike. We're just keeping a steady sort of 300 or so watts, and it is ruling in Durnboss. And then it happened. As we come through the bridge, everything disconnected. Disaster. Absolute disaster. Don't know how it happened, don't know why it happened. Quick reconnect, and back on we go. Powered by adrenaline and anger and fury, as Kareem's almost caught up to us. The gap to Durnboss is now 15 seconds. We're down in 5th, and it happened just as we hit the 10% section of the climb. It could not have happened at a worse time. And so the chase was back on as Edmondson was starting to get reeled in, and Neeson from Durasports, who I think has popped after that long solo effort. But again, just try to stick around the 300 watts mark, try and keep the heart rate under 190, and just push on. Even Durnboss is getting reeled in, he's down to 12 seconds as we catch Neeson and Edmondson. Again, I think they might still be on road bikes, that's why they're suffering a bit on the climb. They do well on the flat parts where the climb sort of levels out a little, but they are swiftly passed, and there goes Neeson as well. And again, we just try and put a little bit extra power down, 350, just to try and pull away from them a little bit. As we approach the top of the hill, we've got about 3 seconds back to the two chasers. Durnboss, we can't catch him at 11 seconds, and Bruce is already over the line. But try to put down as much as I can, 100 RPM, try to cross the line, make sure to stay away from Edmondson, but he's not coming back. This has been the best WTRL finish I've ever had, and across the line, and boy am I happy about that one. So a look at the results. We see Christophe Pruss from VATR takes the win from Durnboss in 2nd, Team NL, and I take 3rd, Edmondson 4th, and Kareem in 5th. Another fantastic result there, putting 2 in the top 5, and then another one down in 10th as well, so 3 in the top 10. Great results there from the team. And then on to the all-important team results. A victory for the Swift Riders Scotland, and a comfortable victory as well. Team NL 2nd, Vatusor in 3rd, and Jura down in 4th. But I can hear the question you're asking. It's been a tight table all season. Did we manage to take that 2nd place? And the answer was no. Unfortunately, we missed out by 1 single point to Vatustur racers. Great result though, very happy with that. Amazing work by Team NL, and a bit of a one-man team, but what a man they put in, Durnboss. And great season with Vatustur. Really enjoyed it. We'll be back next season. I'll probably have a wrap-up video and a video about how we got on with the season on the watt bike. And then that's us until next year. There'll still be Mad Mondays on Mondays, normally uploaded either Tuesdays or Wednesdays. Remember the competition going on. Put a wee note down below, subscribe to the channel, wee message in the comments to say what your favourite climb has been, and I'll see you next time.